might feel his back foot just slightly start to pick up. Sometimes you'll see a little bit of space in some of the hitter's feet. So he's not actually going to get his knee all the way in front, but it definitely forces his body weight to keep going that way, the way that he was doing it. So now he's going to feel his back foot as it picks up. He'll feel himself continue forward. And that way he stays on top of it. So that's going to be high T drill. It's called knee up to knee up. So now we're going to go knee up to knee down. And we're going to work on pitches that are below our waist, so we're going to get our knee down. Same flow, he just goes knee up, then he takes his knee down. Very good. Back leg's lower than the front leg before he makes contact. Makes him stay through the ball. So we have two movements so far that make us go forward. The knee going down on the lowest pitch makes us go forward, and the high pitch with our back leg coming off the ground. So now we're going to do a drill. It's called 6 balls out. So that's the drill. We're going to eventually get to this ball. He's going to start out here. We're going to work our way over. And every time that he hits the ball, he's going to try to keep his leg facing the ball. And then as the tee starts to move away, he's just going to get lower while his leg faces the ball. That'll clean up that'll give him the contact point. So he hit it clean and he hit it in the middle and he covered it. So he just moves it further away. He's trying to keep his head away from it. So if he feels, go ahead and talk, what'd you feel?
So I felt I was a little bit more toe side that time, and I could tell by the way it came off the tee. Well, I hit the tee for one, so I know that I angled out. So on this one, I'm going to try and feel a little bit more heel side and just let my bat do the work.
Very good, good correction. And then for reference, for height of people, smaller and taller, one shoe length away from the plate is where he's marking himself out. And then we just keep trying to mess with the visual. Get that to left center, and that is 4.5 balls out. So now we're just going to go ahead and move it right to 6 balls. Looks like he's going to get it. If he does any leaning towards the plate or towards the catcher, it's not going to hit it. He just squared that one up. That's 6 balls outside the plate. So if you take the plate and you move the plate, he's covering a full plate length off the plate with his barrel.
Just by staying linear.
By staying linear. Staying in his heels.
You want to see me get to a bat?
Yeah, you can get to a bat, yeah. See what happens when you, I mean, even if you just took a swing without using your legs, you're going to whiff.
Yeah.
And then the more you use your legs, the closer you get to it.
So if I try to dive and get to this pitch without staying linear, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get to.
So that was a slice to left, weak opposite.
And that's hooking out foul. I'm going to stay linear.
Stays more linear, you hear the barrel goes more up the middle, he covers through more pitches. So a lot of times people think that if their head gets closer to it, the ball gets away from them, they start to lean over. The ball that's up, they'll start to stand up. The ball that gets deep on them, they'll try to hurry and catch up. And that's not how you do it. So you got to put your tee out there. And the only way you can hit up the middle is if you have a perfect swing and you stay on your line of direction. So we have high tee, low tee, 6 balls out. Now we're going to do under rotated tee. And you know, if he takes his back leg and just keeps his leg facing the other side of the field when he hits it, then the ball will always go to that side of the field. So he's just never going to rotate his back leg all the way to center. He's just going to keep it on this side of the field no matter what. The top half will continue around, but the bottom half will stay pointing to the opposite field. What'd you feel?
Definitely toes. Toes on that one.
You just keep working until you feel your leg hit the contact point and it stays on it. That ball's got sideways spin, which means his bat stayed through the zone. His bat stayed through the zone because he used his legs. And as he used his legs to push through the ball, he kept pushing, and then it came off the ball, put a sideways spin on it, and it went straight and kicked over. That's a good ball. So if they had a shift on him, which they wouldn't because he stands tall, but if they did have a shift on him, then he would just hit the ball over there. Just keep your leg facing the other way. Right-handed hitters with a guy on second, you need to move him over. Keep your right leg facing the opposite field and it automatically goes there. Right on contact, back leg faces the other side of the field. And that's right when we get into our leg drive. Right when the leg starts to go down, it points the other way. So you just leave it in the slot, take your body, the top half all the way through it, and now you know how to hit oppo rounds for BP, or to move a guy over, or if they shift you. Got underneath it a little bit, so now he's going to try to make himself forced to move forward when he hits it. And he stays through it even more because he uses backside more in his legs. Okay, now we're going to go up and in tee. This one's really uncomfortable. We're facing usually a pitch out here we're trying to hit, but then the bat's also going to cover this one. So if he takes his body and he keeps it towards his front side and takes his back leg and faces this really uncomfortable spot, he'll still clean up on it. Keeping his hands inside the ball because his head stays on that side of his body, his bat stays close. He's hitting that ball up the middle. But if he catches that pitch right here, go ahead, get to it. Yep, so he catches it there, but he also catches it right in there. So his bat path actually covers the whole thing. There you're good.
Sorry about that.
There you're good. Very good.
So I got around that one.
A little bit around it and hooked. So he stays more heel side, goes forward, hits the barrel. So that's an uncomfortable pitch. So we have high tee, low tee, 6 balls out, we have under rotated drill, and now then we have high tee, up and in. Now we're just gonna set the pitch nice and easy, and then he's gonna back up off the plate really far, all the way until where he can't hit it. Yep, and then just take a normal stride and normal swing where you're not gonna hit it. And then he's just gonna slowly start moving up, but he's gonna keep taking the same swing, so that way that visual doesn't mess with him. He'll stay there until he gets it clean. Got it clean. Now he just slowly keeps moving up. Maybe half a shoe length each time. And the ball just keeps going from right field to right center to left center because he keeps moving up, but the visual is not gonna mess with his swing. He's just gonna keep going forward. And now he almost hit the camera guy. So now he can get all the way forward to his back leg lining up with it. Jake, we'll move over a little bit. So in between his feet, the ball can still go down the fair line. But the ball that's already right on his leg's already facing it. So it's almost gonna feel like a hand swing because the leg doesn't need to turn to the ball. But it is right straight in front of him. Okay? So his back leg accidentally got facing over there, and that tilts the barrel here. So if his back leg goes to the ball here, the barrel flattens back out. So he doesn't really need to move his leg much. It's more of a slide forward. There, he caught the barrel that time. He's keeping his head in front of his body. And he's got a good swing. So then he backs up again until it's comfortable. Covered it, backs up again. Covered it, and he just keeps backing up. Keeps taking the swing. The ball is now going back towards the center of the field and then the pull side. What'd you feel?
That one's toes. I tried to get a little bit happy.
Tried to add a little bit until it fell towards the plate. Now he stays towards his heels. Good. There you go. He's covered all of his pitches. So those are your 6 drills to try to get your body to stay in its lane heel side and move forward through the ball for linear hitting. Instead of staying in one spot and being rotational, or bending and popping up, or just starting out with a hinge and staying in one spot by twisting. Those are all the ways to get yourself weak opposite and hard pull. The taller you stay, the more you're in your heels, the more you'll go that way, the more your barrel covers all these weird pitches and areas. And then stuff right down the middle seems really easy.
Good.